Has your child ever broken the rules on purpose? I still remember finding out my 15-year-old son got suspended from his school for apparently throwing a chair through the chemistry lab's window, causing $1,800 in damages and triggering a full evacuation during third period. The vice principal's email arrived right before I left to pick him up. Urgent. Immediate parent conference required. Violent incident. I sighed, knowing this must be some sort of mistake, and called his school's VP. Ms. Jensen, your son exhibited extremely dangerous behavior today. He picked up a metal stool and hurled it through our new tempered glass window during chemistry class. Glass showered everywhere. 3 students have minor cuts. This is grounds for possible expulsion. I knew something was wrong. Chris had never even gotten detention. When I got there, I found him sitting outside the principal's office, his head in his hands, his shirt torn from where security had grabbed him. Through the office window, I could see Mrs. Fletcher, the chemistry teacher, gesturing angrily as she spoke to the principal. I couldn't even get a word in before another mom cornered me. Your son could have blinded my daughter. She has glass cuts on her arms. I'll be sending you her hospital bill. 2 other parents behind her nodded in agreement. Then the principal called us in. Ms. Jensen, this is extremely serious. Chris refuses to explain his actions beyond claiming he was preventing something worse, which frankly sounds like an excuse. We have zero tolerance for violence. The police have been notified, though we haven't pressed charges yet, although several parents are demanding we do. I sat down next to Chris, keeping my voice steady despite my racing heart. Honey, you need to tell me exactly what happened. Chris looked up, his eyes red from crying. Mom, Robbie was gonna hurt people. He was gonna mix chemicals they told us not to. I noticed the principal shift uncomfortably. Robbie was his son, the golden boy quarterback with a full ride to state. Nobody dared mess with him. The principal obviously didn't believe a word he was saying, but there was more. I saw his phone when he thought no one was looking. He had instructions pulled up for making nitrogen triiodide. It's super unstable. Even a tiny vibration can set it off once it dries. The principal cut in sharply. That's a very serious accusation, buddy. But Chris pulled out his phone with shaking hands. I took a picture of his screen when he went to get supplies. Look, the image was blurry but clear enough. It showed text saying, "Set it off before the period ends. I'll record it, but there's no way I'm getting close." The principal's face went from skeptical to concerned. Robbie sits right next to Sarah, Chris continued, tears flowing now. She's in a wheelchair, Mom. She couldn't have gotten out fast enough if it went off. She just got back from spinal surgery. Mrs. Fletcher's face was draining of color. Oh my God. Robbie did ask for silver nitrate from the supply closet. I thought it was for his extra credit project. You said he wanted to get his marks up. Chris's voice got stronger. I tried to tell Mrs. Fletcher quietly, but she was helping another group and told me to wait. Robbie already had the ammonia out. I saw him measuring the silver nitrate. The window was the farthest thing from any students. I had maybe 30 seconds to decide, so I grabbed the stool and threw it. It was the only way I could think to stop it. The room had gone silent. The principal didn't say a word, just called security on his radio. "Where's my son? Find him and bring him to my office right now. And get the hazmat team to check his lab station. Do not touch anything." 20 minutes later, after the principal went through his son's phone personally, his face was completely expressionless. We didn't know what he found, but the hazmat team confirmed traces of silver nitrate and ammonia at Robbie's station, iodine crystals in his backpack. He'd already started mixing. If Chris had waited even 5 more minutes, the compound would have been active, and who knows what would have happened to those poor kids. The texts showed weeks of planning what Robbie thought would be a legendary senior prank. Mrs. Fletcher was sobbing. If he'd completed that mixture near Sarah and Miguel just had heart surgery. The shock alone could have killed him. The suspension was reversed immediately, and the school board issued a formal apology to Chris. Robbie was expelled and faced criminal charges for attempted assault with a dangerous weapon, and the principal was forced to resign, never returning to the school district.